Where do you think the state of melodic bass is in 2025?
It's needed a little kick in the ass. All right. Melodic bass is in like I don't want to say like a perilous position, but like it had its big moment. Like anything that gets really big.
Yeah.
You have really talented people making a lot of really incredible stuff with it, but it also gets watered down to an extent.
Yeah,
you know?
100% agree.
One thing melodic bass has going against it is that house music, dubstep, drum and bass, there's a danceable, recognizable drum pattern. If you don't know the song, you can just kind of go.
Yeah.
Melodic bass is kind of like if you don't know the song, you're kind of like
awkwardly swaying.
Yeah, awkwardly swaying, and then like the drop comes in, and it's like it's not overly dancey, and then it also gets the trope for just being all sad all the time. I love sad music, but like there's nuance to sad, and it doesn't always need to always be that. I think what melodic bass has needed is like creativity and ways of making it exciting again. I mentioned Enzo earlier. He is bass music with a lot of melody, and it's immersive, and it's like cool. That's a really neat take on the genre, you know. And like I think it's important to develop your skill set outside of these standard melodic bass sounds that we've heard for the last 8 or 9 years or whatever, and try to come up with clever ways of working that in, doing fresh takes on the genre. I don't think making the same cry bangers at 150 BPM with the same chord structure and the same style of vocal is the way. Unless it's a really good song, you can still do it. You know what? Here's me being all like opinionated about how to make it fresh, but then again, I'll put out a song that is like standard, like 2017 melodic bass, and somebody's gonna be like, yes, this is like the trivecta I fell in love with. There's something to be said for that as well. So I don't know. My course of action personally is always kind of try to innovate, but also be throwing your fans things to kind of keep them engaged, you know, who fell in love with a certain thing.
Variety.
And also, you know, remember that everything's easier when the wind is at your sail.
Sail away.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Wow. Good job, Mickey. Yep.
When you're making melodic bass music in the middle of the pandemic and it's like the biggest thing that everybody's listening to at that time, it's really easy. Just like if you're making wubby or like fun stuff right now, it's going to be a lot easier because that's kind of where people's heads are at. If you can do it right, you'll get somebody walk up to you after the show and say, your music changed my life. So like the payoff is really high, but you got to do it right, and it's a challenge for sure.